your connections to success, keys to success. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Stephen. What a great day of celebration here in Kansas City, Missouri, here at Connection. As we look at what's getting ready to take place here is our next step celebration. And Jeff and Jackie, when we think about our next step celebration, we have them every 3 weeks or every month. But it's interesting that this group here was a very unique group. And I think Jeff and Jackie, the reason why they were unique, the level of commitment.
Oh, yes, commitment. Yes. That's a good word for the day.
Their level of commitment. I mean, the level of commitment, they were determined to endure. The level of commitment, they were dedicated, watch this, to the cause of completion. But you and I both know here at Connection, we don't call it completion. That's what we want to call it the next step. Because they were dedicated to the cause of the training. They were dedicated to the cause of gathering information, not so much gathering it, but applying it to their lives. And it's great, Jackie, how our participants day in and day out come through that door with a commitment. Jackie, when you look at commitment, when you hear commitment, what is Jackie? How does that word commitment fits into your personality?
The word commitment ties in for me as far as being here and working with the individuals that go through our program. It's a passion. It's a dedication and a passion to see change in individuals from the day one when they come through the door, and then 3 weeks later, oh my God, the change that they've made. And once they've done that next step, and we see the change, we know the potential and see the potential in them. They begin to soar and fly like eagles and say, hey, 2 or 3 weeks later, come back and say, guess what? Look what I've done. I've obtained this goal that I wanted to obtain. So that's what commitment is for me.
Jackie, you said eagles. John Maxwell is a gentleman I love his leadership tool. And you know what John Maxwell says? He says, don't take ducks to eagle school. And when you think an eagle, like you said, is one that soars high, their altitude, their perspective is so wide and so broad. And the reason why it is because they have to endure the altitude.
Endure. Last week.
Man, last week's word. And it's interesting how our journey and our keys to success, they're all connected. Last week we're enduring. This week we're committed. And Jeff, as you look at commitment, and as our staff look at commitment, and as the agency look at commitment, Jeff, as that re-entry lays on, how is commitment related to you?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I would say is that commitment is beyond a feeling. It's beyond an emotion. It's doing the right thing always, regardless of how we feel about it. Because there's going to be hard times in our lives. There's going to be a stress that comes upon us. There's going to be difficulty that arises. There's going to be the unknown happen. And we have to stay committed to our goals, committed to those goals of the life plan, so that we can stay on course regardless of how we feel.
And that is so true. And what better way as we conclude our time and our day here, the next step celebration, our participants getting that piece of paper. But the great thing is they will apply a hope,
plan,
and resources. For your connections to success, keys to success, I'm Jeff.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Stephen.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday.